What's going on, everybody? Oops, excuse me. 1 second, everybody. What's going on, everybody? Devore and G Money. This is the Not for Debate podcast. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and all other distribution platforms. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and on our Facebook pages. Couple of announcements before we jump up into this thing. Obviously, we got the week 4 betting and spreads. Predictions, obviously, of course. But last week we didn't end up having a watch party. A lot of things got logistically mixed up. So this week is going to be the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers watch party Sunday night for 8:20 Eastern time, and then we're going to probably move the post game show. Also, we're going to be covering all the other games during that day that happened that day during the post game. So be sure to tune in for that moving forward. Now, with that being said, G, what is going on, man?
I ain't happy because my tickets in here and then my team got beat down. So you know what? I'm glad we didn't do that watch party on Monday because, yeah, I would have been, I would have been going off.
Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good because you know what? To be honest with you, I just did not seem that invested when it came down to when it came actually when it came down to this going back to the last ticket, well, the 2 tickets that I put down, I would have won both tickets if the Seahawks would have won and the Dolphins would have won. Obviously, the Dolphins lost in overtime to the I'm about to say the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, and then the Seattle Seahawks didn't even put much of a fight up against the Minnesota Vikings, which I should have known better. Never go against my gut. Like I say, Kirk Cousins is my guy. I should have never went. I should have never went against the Vikings. But what was the game that was the deciding factor for your ticket?
It was the Washington football team. Yeah. I thought they would come out and win, but see, and then the thing is, I played money line. I didn't play the points and the point spread and the over under. I just played money line too. So now, because I'm learning as I'm going, so we'll see what's this ticket this week. What I do. I'm wondering, can you do like one game money line, one game point, one game under? You got to do it all the same. I figured
you could do a whole bunch of different things. I think I did 3 tickets this week. I did a 4-team parlay money line of just underdogs, and then I did the 1:00 games. I did some spreads. I did some over and unders, and I put some money lines in there for the 1:00 games. And then for the 4:00 games, I did the same thing. So we're gonna see. I did a whole bunch of different things this week. So, and like the best part about it is for the games that I have like more than 8 games for, or more than 5 games for, I can put $10 down and I can win thousands of dollars. So that's the one thing I do like about it. But when I just do the money line for like the 4 games, the underdog games, like I'm only gonna get a couple $100. So I like to cover myself. I like to cover myself with them 14 with that 14 parlay straight money line that with a reasonable underdog pick. Like I told you with the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. Based off of what we saw in week 2 of the Thursday night game against the Washington football team, I wasn't taking the Giants. I was like, that's dead. I'm taking the Falcons. I'm not even going to question it. So hopefully this week we end up getting back to that winning back to formula and get back to winning some money, because I was hurt. Like I was hurt. Like I put down. I was certain one of those tickets was going to hit. Either the Dolphins was going to win or the Seahawks was going to win, and they both lost. Where's Brighton at? Because I need to take out my frustration over here, because he was so confident in the Seattle Seahawks and they didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, they're not playing too well. I don't know. I mean, they could turn around. They still have time, but this is kind of opposite of what they normally do. They normally start off strong and they stay consistent, but this year so far they haven't been consistent. But we'll see.
Right.
But yeah, man, the Washington football team. You would think after that win that they had against the Giants, even though the Giants made a lot of mistakes, you would think that Heineke or whatever, he's the man now. They got confidence in him, and they just came out and they did nothing. I was pissed off. It really bothered me because that was the first game on my ticket. The first game on my ticket messed it up.
Yep. And literally, it just takes, to be honest, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It just took everything out of me after I lost the game because that was the only two games. Well, they're two separate tickets, but it was just one game that messed up each ticket. Because I picked the Packers, they were the underdog. I picked the Packers. I would have been walking away with $500. Well, one ticket. I would have walked away with $500 with one ticket. If both tickets would have hit, I would walk away with $1,000, and I would have been cool with that. I would have been cool, but again, it didn't end up turn out that way. But one thing that I did want to bring to your attention, I'm gonna bring two sets of numbers to your attention real quick, and I want to know what you think. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Would you believe a quarterback threw the ball 20 times and he only threw for 68 yards? Can you guess what quarterback that is?
Are you serious? Who did that? That was last week?
It was last week.
Don't tell me who it's not my guy, is it? Because I didn't look at the stats. It's not him.
Oh,
Jalen Hurts. No?
It's not Jalen Hurts.
Is it the dude in Tampa?
Mm-mm.
Not the dude in Tampa. Sorry, the dude in New Orleans?
Nope.
It's not Aaron Rodgers. It's somebody that you least expect, isn't it?
Oh, no. You know what? I'm about to just tell you. It was Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah.
That was your guy. That was your guy that you said he needs to start over Andy Dalton. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I've never seen in a rookie debut. I have never seen a quarterback complete 6 of 20 of his passes. Never.
And they only ran the ball 13 times. It's not like they had 30 runs or something. They only ran the ball 13 times in total. And 6 for 20? Yo, that's awful. That's bad. He didn't even hit over 100 yards.
So I want to know where your mindset is at with this, because you was raving about this guy to become the starter over Andy Dalton, and this is what you get.
He's still the future. I mean, just because he had a bad game doesn't mean he's not the future. His offensive line sucks. He doesn't have time to throw the ball. This is not a one thing where he's going to come out his rookie year and just bomb everybody like Ben Roethlisberger did or whoever, Michael Vick. This is going to take time. It's not going to be this year. It might be later this year, but he's going to be fine. It's just a bad game.
I just wanted to point the fact out Myles Garrett had 4.5 sacks and Jadeveon Clowney had 2 sacks. To be honest, Jadeveon Clowney's playing pretty decent as a Robin, if you ask me. But so who's starting next week for the Chicago Bears?
Red Rock,
in your opinion? I think he's good to go this week.
Nah, I think they're gonna still stick with Fields.
They gonna stick with Fields?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So one other player that I wanted to touch on before we actually hopped into our picks was this game was played on national television, Monday Night Football, and I know it's a little early. It's a little early to go ahead and label this particular player, but Jalen Hurts, I'm concerned. I'm seriously concerned. And one thing about me, G, have I been wrong about quarterbacks yet? Have I been wrong?
Yes. Yeah, you have. But go ahead. I can't hear you, brother.
Yeah, have I been outside of Dak Prescott, which I'm about when once Banks gets in here, I'll be sure to give him credit for Dak Prescott because, to be honest, I felt like Dak Prescott, for what I saw on Monday as a quarterback, he's improving. He's improving. He's definitely improving.
Definitely.
Which I'll go ahead and give Banks credit for that. But from what I saw from Jalen Hurts, I'm concerned.
I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned because the team is bad. It's a bad team. He's playing as well as he should be on a bad team. Now, if he was on a team that was great and he was the reason that they were losing, then I would understand your concern. But he's not the sole reason why they're losing. The Eagles is just a bad team right now. They're just not a good team. It's going to take years for them to recover, and they're rebuilding. But he has talent. You clearly see he has talent, and he has the offense ear. I mean, he threw 25 for 39, 326, 2 touchdowns, and also 2 interceptions. I mean, yeah, the interceptions wasn't great.
Let's talk about the interception. Let's talk about the interception. The first one, he underthrew the receiver. I believe it was Jalen Reagor. It was a deep end zone pass, and it was underthrown and ended up getting picked off by the Dallas Cowboys defender. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go ahead and blame Jalen Hurts on that one. It was just a ridiculously underthrown ball. And then the second one was a pick six. I believe Devontae Smith fell down on the pick six, if I'm not mistaken. But I just want to highlight the first interception. It didn't look too good. It didn't look too good for Jalen Hurts as far as his future in the NFL. In my honest opinion, just by watching this game,
I think you're overdoing it. It's a bad team. He's a player on a bad team.
Oh no!
If they get a better team around him, I think he'll be fine. It's just
I don't think it's a bad team. Look.
They can't get in the end zone. They're bad offensively.
I'm giving out a lot of apologies today. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize to you too, Banks. I'm gonna get to you in a second. But the Eagles are playing a lot better than what I was expecting them to play, which is that y'all gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and forfeit and probably say y'all probably earn third place. But as far as the Eagles offense is concerned, like it looks fairly decent. Like you got Devontae Smith, he's producing for you. He has some drop issues in training camp. Jalen Reagor, he's balling. Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz are both playing well at tight end. Only concern is for me, it is the running back position. Y'all not getting the running backs involved too much. But
yeah,
two
carries for Sanders.
Yeah, but as far as Jalen Hurts is concerned, like just his performance Monday night has me pausing for concern moving forward for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's writing on the wall that y'all gonna have 3 first-round picks in this upcoming draft. I'm sorry, they're taking a quarterback.
Can I say something real quick?
By the way, shout out to Quinte. What's going on, Quinte?
What's going on, fellas? DeVore, you tripping with your craziness.
I know, bro. I know.
You tripping. I'm gonna say this to you. He's still technically a rookie because he hasn't played 17 games yet. And yeah, he made some mistakes. Yes, I can't say that. But I feel as though some of those mistakes he can get ironed out during the course of the year. And it just like the couple deep throws he missed. His feet wasn't set and stuff like that. It's just small things. You acting like I'm gonna be honest to you. He plays better than Tua.
You act like that hurt my feelings.
Hey, but you know what? I think that Jalen Hurts will be better than the dude in Chicago, in my opinion.
No, he's not. I'm sorry, he's not. I'm sorry, G-Money. I disagree with you on that one.
But did you see him play last?
But didn't I tell you he should not play behind that offensive line?
That's true. He got sacked 7 times last game?
Didn't I tell you cannot start a rookie behind that offensive line?
We both told him that. We.
Right, but would you rather start him or
any rookie? I don't care how he could be the second coming of Jesus. He would look like trash behind that offensive line, bro.
That's true.
You can't. He has weapons. It's not like he don't have weapons. He don't have the time to to get his mind right. If he had 3 seconds once or twice, he could look like something, but he ain't have that, bro. He's not. They should wait till later in the season. They should have somebody else start because I don't want the man to get hurt. That's what people. I understand you want microwave success, but end of the day, you can't enjoy it, Banks. Enjoy it while it lasts. That's all I can
enjoy the Rams while it lasts. When y'all lose to the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship.
You know what was effing me up about Banks when I saw his post earlier about a team that was covered off of waivers. He's like, "Come to death row."
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I see that
too. But my thing is, it is you can't really count it right now, bro. It's too early.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that to his attention because number one, he was raving about. See, I knew it. Jalen Hurts. I mean, Justin Fields should be starting. He should be starting over Andy Dalton.
He shouldn't be playing right now.
What I'm saying is he's better than Andy Dalton. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, he's better.
Not
than
right now.
Let me say this: he might be better than Andy Dalton by the skill thing. At the end of the day, Andy Dalton has put it like this: Tua might be better than Fitzpatrick, but Fitzpatrick has the experience, the time in the NFL, the experience to know what to do. Yeah, Andy, it's not going to be pretty. No, it's not.
But sir.
He's not going to get
okay. You know what? Get on him about Dak Prescott.
Huh?
Get on him about Dak Prescott, man. 21 for 26, 3 touchdowns.
G Money. Max, let me ask you a question. How many times they ran the ball? What was I saying? What was I saying?
What were we? Say we.
What we've been saying the whole time.
I got the stats right now.
But how many times they ran? How many times he threw the ball? He threw the ball no more than 25 times, right?
26.
And how many times they ran the ball?
Yeah,
they ran. I'm gonna say this: they run the same.
That's what I said, though.
The Tennessee Titans run.
That's what I said, though. If you keep it under 35, he's amazing. If you go over 35, he becomes.
If you keep him under 30, if you keep Dak under 30 yards, 30 passing attempts, and they run the ball 30 times, and split up the carries, make sure Zeke get the lion's share of the carries, it's gonna be great. I'm just being 100 with you. That's how they went. That's a winning formula. And then when they stop the run, you know Dak can compensate for that sometimes. But right now, you need to share it. I'm just being 100 with you, bro. I've been saying that for the longest, but people don't want to listen.
We.
Just saying, bro.
All right, Banks. I'm gonna go ahead and let you have your little limelight for a minute. Because
I ain't got nothing to say,
y'all got 10 more minutes. I got to get ready for work.
Listen, man,
I have something to say.
Got work to do, bro.
What you mean you got work to do?
Ain't nothing to say. I'm gonna say everything I need to say in the Super Bowl. That's all I'm gonna say.
Banks, I'm gonna be honest with you, Banks. It's gonna be great for the regular season. That's all I gotta say.
So ain't no way in hell the Buccaneers losing to y'all in the playoffs.
I'm telling you, man.
In the regular season, the playoffs is different, bro.
I'm gonna say last time I'm not Peyton, man, but Tom Brady got whooped like that. He came back and mollywopped him.
Do you know? We also did the same thing to him last year too, right?
Yeah, but who won the Super Bowl? But who won the Super Bowl?
And listen, I don't have no problem with that. Like I said, I'm going to save my comments for the Super Bowl. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm not going to rip and run and talk. I ain't going to go back and forth with y'all. Y'all know what's up, man. We ain't nothing to talk about. You got the best team in football.
I give
so far this year, after 3 weeks, there's no team in the league better than us. We're the best team in football right now. So I'm going to wear that pridefully for the next, however, till we lose. I'm going to be honest with you. The game this weekend does scare me with the Cardinals just a little bit. But that's because that little leprechaun, Kyler.
That's what kills me with the little leprechaun. It's like how he holds the ball, how he run around. I'm like, how nobody slapped the ball out his head? He already
knows Aaron Donald. He knows Aaron Donald has his name though. He has his name. Aaron Donald does well against the Cardinals every time we play him. So I know for sure if
better be
we
able
can't
to catch him.
Yeah, that's
well, you talking about a guy that you act like Aaron Donald slow or something, bro. Like,
Bruh,
he's not catching.
when I sat there and I watched him play the Dolphins, and the Dolphins was trying to send the kitchen sink at him, and we could not catch up. We could not catch up.
That boy quick,
That boy
man.
fast.
That boy is fast. Like we had to catch a couple
discipline.
breaks for us to be able to win that game.
I know one thing: if they hit him hard one time, oof.
It's actually a collective effort.
He doesn't. He never takes straight on hits. He's like Emmitt Smith. He never takes.
He's very, very careful when it comes down to him taking hits. He avoids contact very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't not really much to say, man. I'm proud of my boys so far after 3 weeks. Really, I told everybody all the Rams needed was a quarterback. That's it. A lot of everybody doubted us over the last couple of years because a lot of our pieces fell off. Offensive line fell off. They went into Tennessee and other places. Then we lost some pretty good key members of our defense that went to Cleveland. Ty Hill and what's the other guy's name? Johnson left us. You know, it's all good.
Littleton left too.
Littleton left us. Everybody left us. It's all good. And now look at us, 3-0. Even with all that stuff, I can tell you one thing: our defense plays well together. I still have concerns that we're going to address, but I want to definitely give a big shout out to Deshaun Jackson last game. He's still fast, boy. He still got it. Woo!
Hold on.
It feels good.
What's the issues on defense? That's my question. What's the issues on defense?
The run defense ain't as up to par as I wanted.
Yeah, all you gotta do is run away from Donald. That's all.
Right.
That's all
yeah, and then plus
he's
the
rush
secondary
defense.
got some. Yeah, the corners got exposed a little bit last week. Not Jalen. I'm talking about the other two. David Long and Darius Williams. They got exposed. A lot of people look at the stat line and they say, well, the Buccaneers had 3 receivers that had a 100-yard rusher, so Jalen, it had to be against Jalen. It wasn't against Jalen. For some strange reason, we didn't use Jalen Ramsey as pretty much like a corner. We used him like a slot, like a nickel guy.
Yeah.
And we blitzed him a lot, which was strange to me. But, hey, it worked. So
they use him like – see how even though we lost the game, you see how they use Xavier Howard? They will use him over Waller, or then they switch it. And they kept running that damn motion. That's what kept messing us up in the game. So,
shout out to Jacoby Brissett because he played as well as he played more than his expectations. I thought he.
Don't say I've been listening to Dolphin panels all day. Oh
he should have won. They should have won the game. The defense lost the game for them.
If I had to be honest though. If I had to be honest with that game, the Raiders, listen, in order for the Raiders to get past that hump, they got to play better defensively, bro. Like, you to give up 28 points, no offense to the Dolphins. I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just being real. To give up 28 points to the Dolphins, who, truth be told, up until that fourth quarter, that offense didn't look that impressive. And then the fourth quarter happened, and it just got the Dolphins just got a resurgence out of nowhere. It was just like, what? I even took that game. I took the under on that game because I knew the Dolphins were going to stick it up offensively. And then the fourth quarter happened, and it's like they could not stop Jacoby Brissett from passing the ball. I want to give Jacoby Brissett a big credit on that 4th and 8 conversion when it was 4th and 3, and I think Miami did a false start.
Yeah,
and then he threw the ball right across the middle. If I'm not mistaken, was it Preston Williams who caught that? Or was it Devontae Parker?
It was Kaseki.
No, he's not talking about the overtime one. He's not talking about. He's talking about the fourth quarter one. The overtime one was Kaseki.
Well, that was Devontae Parker. That was Devontae Parker.
Right. Yeah. That was a hell of a catch in the middle of the field. That was a hell of a catch. I thought he dropped it. That was a hell of a catch and a hell of a throw.
Hold on, I want to say something because I know DeVore is going to bring it up. I know he is because I know DeVore already, right? If Tua's healthy, are you going to start? Are you going to start Brissett or Tua? I know you're going to ask that question.
Tua's going to start, man. I'm being honest.
Tua's going to start. Okay.
Tua's going to start.
DeVore.
Unfortunately, Tua's going to start.
Why? Why?
Because what did we talk about Saturday? He's the investment. There's no way he's going to be sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to. Yeah, Jacoby Brissett ain't no. And even if they decided to sit to it, they're not going to sit up for Brissett. No.
One thing I do like about Jacoby, he has way better pocket presence than Tua. Tua looked like a deer in headlights back there. Goodness gracious. But
especially when that rush is coming.
Yeah. But Banks, I was gonna go ahead and let you shed some light on that ticket that you hit before we actually hop into our picks here.
Oh, you talking about this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, man, that 18 parlay I hit on, man. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. I couldn't even believe it when I hit it. I mean, you don't often win an 18 parlay, but I thank God, thank God I hit. It was $3,000 that I hit on. It was a $20 bet. It was a $10 bet. I think it was a $10 bet. I think it was a $10 ticket, if I'm not mistaken. And I hit for $3,000 on it. I just like the matchups this past week, man. Just picking some of those matchups or over unders. I actually would have won an additional $1,200 had the Miami Dolphins the Dolphins game had not gone over, which was I was very upset with the Raiders for allowing. And can we just talk about one thing real quick? Can they get rid of the pass interference rule where the spot of contact? I don't like that pass interference rule whatsoever. I feel like.
But there was pass interference the Dolphins the whole game and they ain't called it. So.
Well, no, I mean I'm just saying in general. I don't like the rule. Period. I don't like the fact that. Not only do you get yards, but you get the spot of contact where the actual penalty happened. And it just so happened that this happened in the end zone, and it automatically put the Dolphins at the 1. It almost looked like Jacoby Brissett threw it up, the hope that it happened, and it did. And for the life of me, I didn't understand why that corner did that when you had safety help over the top. It made no sense to me. I was like, what the?
No, but he was going to catch it. If he didn't do that, he was going to catch the ball.
So what do you want? Just when it's a pass interference, you want just
it should be like college. It should be like college. It should be a college. It should just be a down. It should be automatic first down. It shouldn't be no. Oh well, he got pass interference right here. It should be no, bro. Like that. No, there's too many penalties that favor the offense. And then if a defensive player does a penalty, it's like 5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense.
What you mean? Face mask went from they had the 5-yard variety and the 15-yard variety back in the day.
But now it's an automatic 15 now.
It's now automatically 15. Yeah.
Right. I remember the horse collar tackle too. Horse collar tackle too. That switched up a few years back.
I'm okay with the horse collar rule. That should be there. That should be there.
That's a danger.
Player safety. Yeah, that's player safety. But pass interference, the spot of contact, like that's garbage, bro. Like that is freaking garbage.
That could deflate your whole team.
Right, that is garbage, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm mad because it actually the Dolphins scored on that drive, and it went over. At that time, the total was at what 42 or 43, and the over was 45. And I'm like, okay, even if they kick a field goal here, I still win. They can't score a touchdown here, and by God, they scored a touchdown. But I can't complain. I still won. But it would have been nice to have an additional $1,200 in my account. But whatever.
All right. Well, with that being said, you got Banks, an experienced $3,000 winning in spreads and betting. So we're gonna continue this with our Week 4 picks, and that's gonna start off with tomorrow's matchup with the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals are a 7.5-point favorite.
You know what? I go with the Bengals. Jacksonville's just a horrible team. I don't see them winning. I mean, that's just it's going to be like 10 points to me. What was that?
Bad coaching, man.
Yeah, I think it's coaching. I was just going to say that.
If you look at the depth chart, look at the team on paper. The team is not that bad. It's the coaching. Trust me, bro. It's bad coaching.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the coaching has been
terrible,
inefficient. Yeah, it hasn't been good at all. They're not putting Trevor Lawrence in positions to use his skill set. I thought they'll be using him a lot more outside the pocket. It seems like they're really trying to have him focus on being a pocket quarterback, and that's just not his game. Like he could throw from the pocket though, but he does more. Like, so why not use him for what he's stronger at? Like these coordinators have yeah, man, that's his game. That's Trevor Lawrence, Mr. RPO, Mr. Play action. Like that's what he does, and they're not using him at his strengths. And then on top of that, they're not even using James Robinson as much either. That just not making sense. It's like they're putting all this pressure on Trevor Lawrence to go win them games. You can't do that. Like, not everybody's going to be a Justin Herbert or whomever. Like, you can't do that.
He still thinks it's college. That's his problem.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer?
Still college.
Yeah, Urban Meyer. I would probably say the turning point of the game versus the Cardinals last week was probably that dumbass flea flicker pick that he threw.
Yeah, but he threw. I'm gonna say the person was open. It just the corner was lurking, and they were playing that. They was lurking, so it was just too bad.
I know this is off topic, but do you seem to notice like some of the play calls just be the dumbest as of late for some reason?
All over the
It's not
NFL.
just Jacksonville; it's all over.
Yeah, I'm just saying in general, like just the play calls just have been dumb. I've seen a lot of fourth down attempts where they should not be attempting them, and they end up not converting, and then they end up putting the opposing team in excellent field position. That dumbass screenplay that the Dolphins decided to run kind of looked like an Adam Gase look play, to be honest with you.
To be honest with you, that really wasn't a screenplay. That play really was supposed to go to the tight end. He even said it. Joe Colby even said it. That play was supposed to go to the tight end. It was his mess up.
Right. And also like we just talked about, the flea flicker play, the dumbass field goal that the Arizona Cardinals decided to kick, and then it ended up getting returned for a touchdown by the Jaguars. Did I miss anything else? I think that just about covers all the dumbass plays of week 3. But
another dumbass play was the underthrow. We just talked about that. The underthrow by Jalen Hurts that ended up in a pick in the end zone. That was a terrible throw. That
dumb. Okay, there was a dumbass formation that the Cowboys ran. They ran a empty set, and they were sitting right there at the 1 yard line, and they decided to throw out of the end zone. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm just a little bit too old school when it comes down to football. But when the hell do you run an empty set when your back is up against the wall? I never seen it. Yeah. Actually, the Dolphins did the same shit, the same dumb stuff early on that day. It was when they threw that screen, Quinte.
Hey, but the Eagles, y'all need to get better secondary, man. Y'all wasting that defensive line.
Yeah, the defensive line is tight. It was nice, but the secondary is really good.
Right. So where are we leaning here? We going Cincinnati or Jacksonville?
Yeah, I took Cincinnati with the spread on this one, man. Jacksonville is this. Jacksonville, I feel like they made some improvements last week, to be honest with you. I saw some growth. Trevor Lawrence, did a little better. He's getting better by week if you pay attention. But Cincinnati's defense is playing a lot better this year. I'm not surprised. Like I told everybody, I was high on Cincinnati before the season started, and I'm going to stay high on them until they show me that they're not ready. But so far, they've shown me that they were ready. And they were a few players away from being 3-0 right now, to be real with you.
How's their offensive line, though? Because that was the question going into this season.
I mean, that's still a question. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. But, you're going against Jacksonville. Jacksonville doesn't have anybody that can create consistent pressure. I feel like Joe Burrow, it's a coming out game for him. Thursday night, everybody's going to be watching them. Cincinnati's going to put up some points, and hopefully that spread, they can cover that 7.5, because I definitely took the 7.5. It was either the 7.5 or maybe the over for me on that, but I took the spread on it, 7.5. I think it's going to be like 37 to like 20 or something like that, or like 34-20 or something like that, somewhere around there. It should be no reason why Cincinnati at this point is losing these types of games. I need to see Cincinnati come through for me to you know what I mean? But I took Cincinnati with the points, 7.5 spread.
I think I did the over. I think it was.
That's not a bad pick if you did the over.
The over was, I think it was 46 points, 46.5.
Yeah, that's possible. That's 20. That's what, 20, technically 25 points a team. I mean, that's possible. Even though Cincinnati's defense is pretty good, Jacksonville,
they're a good team. I'm not gonna say they're a good team. Jacksonville is a fairly decent team if they just know how to add balance to the offense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, last week. They scored 19 points last week. The week before that, they scored 13. I mean, going against Denver and Arizona with two good pass rushing defenses, to put up 19 points and 13 points is straight. So, and then they scored 21 points against the Texans. So they're somewhere around close to about 16, 7. I mean, a game, they're around how much? Let's see. They average about 17 points a game. So, and Cincinnati averages 22 points a game. So You're looking at what 29 points a game. Cincinnati's giving up 18 points a game defensively, and Jacksonville is giving up 30. So yeah. I mean, I think now that I think about it like that, I might have leaned the under on that. But let's just say, for instance, Jacksonville shows up and the over works.
Quinte, where we at, man?
What happened?
Who we taking? Cincinnati or Jacksonville?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati? Okay.
But
Everybody
Joe Burrow
on.
playing good, man. I'm sorry.
Aside
It's a
from
sweep
last
across
week.
the board. It's a sweep across the board. Everybody's taking Cincinnati.
Okay. All right, next game we have the Washington football team at the Atlanta Falcons. The Washington football teams are a 1.5 favorite.
Listen, last time I picked theirs, let me not curse. I'm sorry. Last time I picked them, they messed my ticket up. So I'm really upset about because that was the first game on my ticket. And when they lost, I was done. That was it. So it's like I got no more faith in that team with the stupid name. But they're playing against Atlanta. So, I mean, who can't beat Atlanta at this point? So, yeah, Washington.
Go ahead, Banks, because I know you probably got the same pick I got.
Yeah, I took Atlanta, man. I took Atlanta at home. I'm, besides Washington having that good game against the Giants, Giants, the Washington's defense they're not as good as I thought they were going to be this year. I think everybody was hiring their defense to, do it. But if I had to draw the comparisons between both quarterbacks, I'm going to take Matt Ryan in this matchup because he's a better quarterback. I actually took the over on this game on one of my other tickets. So I need both of these teams to put up points, please. I need both of the defenses to suck, and I need to put up points. So, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Falcons on this. I'm going to take the Falcons with the over on this one.
I'm actually surprised that you actually took the over for that game because I actually moneylined the Falcons.
You did?
Yeah.
I moneylined the Falcons. And the reason was
Your sound again, brother. Your sound.
I'm taking the Washington football team, man.
Even with them losing last week, yeah.
Nah. The team was a decent team, but the Falcons suck.
They suck, but they can put up points though. They can. They just can't stop
They
nobody.
can't stop nobody either.
the Falcons don't
That's true.
suck. Defensively, the Falcons, they have performed a whole lot better than what I thought they was going to be before.
Yeah, with Charles Harris playing on the defensive line.
But come on now, the game was competitive against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last week before Matt
2
Ryan
weeks ago,
started throwing those picks. So, let's think about it. Washington, their pass defense is terrible. The corners, I don't think they can handle the Atlanta Falcons receiver. So I'm cool with taking Atlanta. I'm comfortable with Atlanta.
Yeah. All right, so we split on this one then. 2-2. Okay.
Yeah, we that's cool. That's cool. But the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears are a 3-point favorite.
I mean, if Justin Tucker had to hit an amazing 66-yard field goal, he's going to go down as one of the probably the greatest kicker ever. After Vinatieri. I mean, the Lions, they're 0-3, but they're not losing bad. Like they're not getting beat down. They're just not winning at the end. They can't close it out. And the Bears just look awful. So this is one of those games where it's like both teams are going to lose. So they're both trash. But I would go with the Lions in this one, in my opinion. Money line. It's because it's time. It's time for them to get a win. Just feel like it's time. And why not do it against a rival,
Yeah, I think it all depends for me. It depends because they're talking about stuff about the quarterback position right now in Chicago. They're actually thinking about starting what's the guy, Nick Foles. I think if Nick Foles starts, Chicago wins this game and they cover the spread. But if Justin Fields starts, Detroit covers the spread. So for me, I don't want to touch this game. I didn't touch it, to be honest with you. But if I had to pick, I like what I see out of Detroit. A lot of what G said about Detroit is how I feel. I kind of almost feel bad for them because they actually come out there and everybody counting them out. And they're playing competitive, man, and they're keeping it close. So, I would probably say this will be an underdog pick for me. I would probably say I would take Detroit with against the spread. But some people might say I'm crazy for doing that, but
But you said
Detroit
you
looked pretty good.
Right? Just
I didn't touch it. Yeah, I didn't touch this game at all. Yeah. I didn't touch it at all.
I did.
But if I did, I would take Detroit.
I took the under on this game.
Under? Well, I mean, that would make sense because Chicago can't score.
42 and a half.
Yeah,
I took the under on this game.
Yeah,
first, I like what Dan Campbell has done with this team. I felt like the Detroit Lions' problem was over recent years was the fact that they did not influence running the football. That's been their problem for the longest time. And I feel like Dan Campbell, as the head coach, is instilling that in the mindset of the Detroit Lions. We're going to play tough, run the football down your throat football, And I know it hasn't resulted in wins yet, but sooner or later they're going to get themselves some wins. And I felt like last week against the Ravens, that would have definitely been a morale boost if they was able to take down a playoff team.
Yeah,
and you know what? They could eat. Go ahead, man.
They're gonna play it that way because of the quarterback position. It's almost wise for them to run the ball, to be real with you. But for what it's worth, I'm actually I like what I see out of Jared Goff too. I'm actually surprised how he doesn't look as bad as he looked with us in the Rams. But
they could easily be 2-1 right now. The only loss that they actually was the Packers game, but other than that, they can easily be 2-1 right now.
Yeah, they surprised. It would have been surprised 1 too.
I could agree with you on that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go Chicago. I feel like Chicago's gonna win this game. Like I said, I took the under on this game.
Well, if you're taking the under, you're not really picking anybody. But
regardless, I'm taking. If I was the pick, I'm taking Chicago. But I took the under.
Right. Yeah. I feel you on that.
All right. So the next game is the Tennessee Titans at the New York Jets.
Yeah. Tennessee. I would pick the up through the spread to the points. Tennessee. I don't think there's any question on this game. I don't think the Jets are where they need to be, offensively or defensively. I just think they still need to work on their team. The Titans are a better team. They shouldn't lose. I'll be surprised if the Titans lose this game. Like that would be an upset to me.
I'll be surprised if they're able to cover the 7.5 points.
What?
Why? What are you talking about?
I'll be surprised if they cover the 7.5.
You were surprised that the Titans are cover the spread against the Jets?
I'm talking about the Jets.
Oh, okay. Because we were talking about the Titans when you said that. I'm like, oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if the Jets are able to cover 7.5 points. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, it's definitely not happening.
Well, talking about quarterbacks, in your opinion, just kind of a little off topic, the guy in Jacksonville and the guy with the Jets, who's doing better?
I mean, Trevor Lawrence, to be honest.
Yeah, he is.
Zach Wilson, it's just bad for him right now.
And I feel bad looking like Brett Favre and later on in his career right now.
Yeah, Zach Wilson, and it's not his fault though, bro. Like they don't have the pieces. They just don't. I'm not gonna blame this on this guy at all. To be real with you.
Acting like Oprah right now. You get a pick. You get a pick.
Yeah, it was. Hey man, it's growing pains in the NFL, man. You laugh now, cry later, man. So
Yeah, that's true.
He definitely could throw though. I like.
So we're all in agreement on this. We got Tennessee. No, not even a question.
Yeah, Tennessee with the spread on this one.
Tennessee definitely.
I tell you what, if Tennessee don't cover the spread, DeVore, I guarantee you, I'll be making an appearance.
Oh yeah, I know I'm here.
You know it's coming. Just know that if Tennessee does not cover the spread, I'm solely putting the responsibility of the spread being covered on Ryan Tannehill.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Before we move on, nobody taking a look at the over/under. There's no look at that as
No. I mean, I took the
No,
under
okay.
on this too. I took
There's
the
no
spread with the under.
need. I'm definitely taking the 7.5. Not
Okay.
happening. It's 46
Yeah, I took-
points.
46. The Jets are averaging 6 points a game. I don't know if y'all know that or not. They're averaging 6 a game.
Well, let me go ahead and add on to that. So Zach Wilson is currently thrown 2 touchdowns and 7 interceptions so far in 3 weeks
Lord.
into the NFL season. Currently has a 51.6 passer rating.
Yes,
It's not all on
and
him, but yeah, he's terrible.
This is definitely going under 40. I couldn't believe when I saw the 46. I'm like, where is Tennessee's defense that bad that they think the Jets are going to score points? Is that what they're saying? Because I don't see where the logic behind that spread, that point spread. I don't.
But if the
I don't
Jets
get it.
come out and score 20 points,
That's not happening.
you don't think so?
I'll be shocked. I would be shocked. Something would have to go completely wrong for Tennessee to let them come out here and score 20 points.
Yeah, I hope Tennessee does it because I played the under. I hope Tennessee plays it safe. They just get the job done, kind of like Denver did, because they knew Denver had a big game next week. So Denver just went out there and took care of business. They didn't go out there and do nothing crazy. They ran their plays. They played good defense, and they shut them out 26-0. So that's what I need Tennessee to do. Just do enough to cover the spread and keep it under. That's it. Don't try to be like the Buffalo Bills and blow everybody out and make a statement. Just get it over with.
Wait, so hold on, wait. So you took the spread and you took the under, so you bet it twice, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. I gotta
All
talk
right.
to you, man. I gotta talk to you, Dad. We gotta really sit down because you be hitting these tickets, and anyway, go ahead.
Hey, we even right now because I hit mine last week.
Yeah, but you had a 3-team parlay, but that's nice.
It was a 4-team. It was a 4.
I thought
It
three.
was a 4.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll
It was
give you
a
plus 1.
4.
I'll give you the plus 1.
It was a 4. So next up, we had the Cleveland Browns at the Minnesota Vikings. Cleveland is a 2.5-point favorite.
What's the over on this one?
The over-under on this game is
I'm taking the over. It don't even matter because they both gonna score.
53.5. See, that's
That's
gonna be tough.
That's
That's gonna be tough. That's really gonna be tough because the
Because both of
Cleveland
these teams play
defense is pretty
defense.
good. Yes.
Yeah, that's.
But they can also score it too. Well, Cleveland can score.
And that's why we said it's going to be tough. That's why if it's me, I took Minnesota because another rare thing that you don't see either is you don't see a home dog. Like
Right.
Minnesota is a underdog in this game at home. So that's so crazy. But so honestly, I would if you believe in home field advantage, I would probably take Minnesota this game like a money line pick. This would be a safe money line pick to me, honestly, because they both play the same. And if Minnesota has a little bit more of a chance in terms of the offensive side of things, they got 2 good receivers, Adam Thielen, especially if Adam Thielen plays, and then Justin Jefferson. They can go right at that Cleveland secondary. So the only problem is Cleveland with Myles Garrett, man, and Minnesota hasn't. We all know that Kirk Cousins doesn't play well against the pressure. So they both counter each other. So, but for me, honestly, it's very rare that you get, like I said, a home underdog. So I'm going to take Minnesota on this because it'll be money line. I'll money line that pick because it's going to be a bigger payout. So, yeah.
I messed around and took the over on this game.
I mean,
it's
I don't think
likely.
that's bad. It's like, yeah,
it's likely that shit will happen. It really is.
because
If
They
this
do
goes over,
both
that means
have-
both of them teams play bad defensively. Which can you count on both of them playing bad defensively? Like,
Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, 53.5 points. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot.
okay,
of
but
points,
if
bro.
you take a look, if you look at it, what is that's like 35. The Browns get 35. The Vikings get what?
We're
20.
talking about, let's say 28-28. So 31 points each.
Okay. I mean, it could happen. I could see Minnesota getting 28 points.
If you think it logically.
24. Yeah.
Yeah. I like I said, I took the over, but I'm now that I'm sitting here, we're discussing it right now. I'm kind of having second thoughts.
It's gonna be tough. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
But again, if the score is like
Short.
35-20, you hit,
Let me see what Odd Shark is saying about this game because that'd be interesting. So, what's this? The Cleveland and Minnesota?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Odd Shark is a good website. They kind of have this predictor of the score. Odd Shark says that Cleveland is predicted to win this game 28-18, which means this game is going to go under on their survey.
Yeah.
Oh, if they get that, my ticket's done.
Yeah, you'll be done. And they got Odd Shark says Cleveland is going to take the pick. They're going to cover the spread. The game is going to go under.
How many
That's
points Cleveland scored last week?
A lot,
scored
like
over
30,
30,
right?
Like
Yeah.
30 something.
Okay, so
yeah.
you don't think they can do that back to back? If they score 35 or more,
Well, they
all
scored
Minnesota
26.
has to get is 20.
They went 26-6 last week.
Oh, you're talking about,
And that's
Cleveland,
against the
right?
Bears defense. Yeah.
Okay.
But come on now, the quarterback for the Bears, he threw 6 for 20 for 68 yards. How often you think that offense was on the field?
That's true.
Right. I mean, I hope it goes over since I know that you played it the over. I hope it does go over because I want you to win. So, hopefully it does. But, I'm looking at it right now. I don't think it's going to go over, but we'll see.
Okay.
That's a lot of damn points, bro.
It is. Now, like I said, I'm thinking about it now.
Like, if this was like Cleveland versus Kansas City, oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely going over. Yeah, definitely.
I might have to make me another
that's
ticket after we do the shows because now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'm not too sure about that. The Indianapolis Colts at the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are 1.5 favorite. I money line the Indianapolis Colts.
So did I.
You wouldn't be wrong to say that. Yeah, I agree.
I don't even think we need to elaborate on this. We can go ahead and move on to the next pick.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I didn't know money. I took the points with them, the 1.5.
What?
Because I think the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going to win. They're going to beat the Colts. I didn't money line. I'm sorry. I think the Dolphins are going to beat the Colts, but the game is going to be close.
Okay. Well,
That's a safe bet.
I don't know.
I don't know about that, baby.
That Indianapolis Colts defense is.
I mean, I hope you win. I obviously we want everybody to win, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like I said, I got backups in reserve. Don't worry. If the ticket don't hit, I got another one waiting on me. So it's cool.
Okay.
I played 3 $100
multiple tickets. Yeah.
Okay. All right, there. Carolina Panthers at the Dallas Cowboys.
Carolina, man, they're playing well, man. They're playing real well. And I think Banks said something on Facebook or somebody put a post. I think it was Pete. Pete put a post and Banks said, wait till Sunday. So, yeah, this game is kind of scary for the Cowboys because Carolina's actually playing very well. It's at home, so the safe bet is to go with Dallas.
I didn't touch this one, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a tough
I
one.
did.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Actually, you know what? I did this on my money line ticket. So the money line ticket, I ended up taking the Panthers. That's because
I did too. I money line Carolina. I think Carolina's going to beat Dallas. Even
Think
without
so?
Christian McCaffrey. Everybody's big thing has been, Christian McCaffrey. I mean, all right, I got it. I understand that. I'm not going to take it away from Christian McCaffrey, but
What's the over-under on this one?
the over-under is
50 points. 50 and a
points.
half.
So
I can see that. I'll take the over on that. But I've been.
no, I wouldn't take that because I wouldn't take the over on this game at all. Because we got two good defenses. We got the Panthers with the best defense in the NFL, and then you got Dallas that's playing better defense and leads the NFL in takeaways. So I don't see that shit going over at all whatsoever. That game is definitely going under that 50, bro. That's a lot of points for them two teams because they've been playing good defensively. I just feel like if I had to pick the better defense, I'm going to lean on Carolina. I know that people are probably going to say I'm foolish for saying this, but I really like what Carolina does defensively. And what's going to separate this game is the fact that Carolina can generate pressure without having to send extra people. So that gives them more people to put in the secondary to cover guys. And gives them
Dallas, yeah.
Right. It's going to make it hard on Dak. The Dallas has to run the ball this game. They have to. Because Dak ain't going to just sit back there and be able to just throw the ball into coverage all game against Carolina. They're not going to do that. They're not. Plus, I like the addition of Carolina picking up C.J. Henderson, which I think they did that just for this game. They know that Dallas is probably going to try to attack them because they lost J.C. Horn. which is a big loss for Carolina because he's already made an impact on that team already as a rookie. And C.J. Henderson was not liking his environment in Jacksonville. Everybody's at him right now saying that he's trash. I don't think C.J. Henderson is trash. I just think that he just didn't want to play in Jacksonville no more. It's hard coming from the University of Florida where you're winning games, and then you go to Jacksonville, and it's like, okay, I'm in Jacksonville now. What the hell? You don't have that drive. I think now that he's on a team that's expecting you to win, he's going to show up and show out. And the good thing is he doesn't have to go against the number one guy. He doesn't have to go against Amari Cooper. That's going to be what's the guy's name? Jackson's job. Jackson's probably going to line up against Amari Cooper. And they play. And the thing is, Carolina plays a lot of zone coverage. They're very unique with the coverages that they play. So I really think that Carolina's going to cover this and win.
When you play man-to-man defense, physical defense with the Dallas Cowboys, that don't usually work because they got physical receivers. So I think zone would be a better.
What's one thing that happens with Dallas though? When you think about it,
they beat them.
Dallas gets those emotional wins.
Yeah,
they get those emotional wins like last week. That was an emotional win for them to beat Philadelphia for some reason. That was just very emotional for them. And then they're known the following week. They're known the following week to lay an egg. They'll not perform well. So, and now I like that this game is happening after they played the Eagles. To me, I feel like it's the perfect game for Carolina. They win this. And I like what I see out of Sam Darnold. People saying that they can't run the ball. Well, Sam Darnold, the Panthers have a very good passing attack. They got a good short passing game that works a lot like that's an extension of the run. The DJ Moore is used a lot in those screens. He catches the ball and he goes upfield like he gets missing. So I like Carolina money line. I money line this pick.
That's my underdog ticket. So I money line it too. But if we're being realistic, I would avoid this game. To be honest,
I would say though, if Dallas can run the ball, Carolina's in trouble.
If Dallas can run the ball like they did last week against the Eagles, then it might be a problem because that's just going to make the passing game a lot better. But they got Carolina with that pass rush, man. Carolina, they got Brian Burns, man. Brian Burns.
Remember when we did that 2019 draft? I wanted the Dolphins to draft.
Yeah, I know, bro. You down there cried.
And they turned around, took Christian Wilkins. My goodness.
They got
it
splits.
Oh man. All right, so the next game is the New York Giants at the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints are the 7.5-point favorites.
What's up with your boy, man? He started out great and he kind of fell off a little bit. Like what's
we talking
going
about?
on?
Jameis?
Jameis. Talking to Banks.
He managed the game well last week. I'm not going.
Yeah, he managed well. You mean he got his all-pro running back to show up and play like an all-pro. I mean,
hey, when is the receiver coming back?
Week
no
6,
one knows.
Week 6, week 7.
Yeah.
That's the timetable.
But I played it safe on this one. I took the under on this. Giants got additional injuries at the receiver position. Darius Slayton is supposed to be out. Also, not Slayton, but the other guy. I can't think of Shepard is supposed to be out, and Kenny Galladay is already nursing an injury. So I definitely took the under. The point total on this is 43. I don't think the Giants are going to put up a lot of points against that Saints defense. What I like the new identity of the New Orleans Saints. I really do. The Saints are a defensive first team. And they're playing really good defense so far this year. They're playing really good defense. And I think they're going to continue that this week against Daniel Jones. So, yeah, I took the under on this game.
I mean, that's the same bet.
I don't like either team for the win. I don't like having to count on Jameis Winston to cover a spread. Like, I just don't. Even though that's my guy.
I took the spread. I didn't think the Giants would be able to cover that.
Oh,
the Giants ain't gonna be able to cover that. I feel like the Saints, like Banks said, are a defense first team, and I feel like they'll be able to make sure the Giants' offense is obsolete during the course. Like I wouldn't even expect the Giants to score more than 14 points.
That rushing game that the Saints were putting out last week when they were using Taysom Hill in those Wildcat sets and running the ball, man, they looked like they could not be stopped. Like they were moving the ball at will. And we all know that the bettors love to see teams run the ball because when you run the ball, it's almost guaranteed to go under.
Mhm.
Unless you got Derrick Henry,
Makes
who's going to
sense.
hit a home run every time he carries it. So, yeah. I definitely took the under on that. I think the Warriors is going to run the ball and play defense. They're not going to put the game in Jameis Winston's hand. This is almost a
Right.
lock for me for the under, bro.
All right.
Under is a safe bet. Safe bet. I agree.
Under.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went under.
All right. The next game is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs at the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Kansas City Chiefs are 7.5-point favorites. Spread.
I take the spread on Kansas City. I agree. But Kansas City, man, they can't close the game for some reason. They play great throughout the whole game.
Y'all
once
won't
they get
come
down to the
close.
fourth quarter.
Y'all will not
Yeah,
come close.
I'm just saying. Once they can come down to
They
the fourth
came
quarter,
off a
something
tough
happens.
loss last week. They came off a tough loss last week against a division rival in the Chargers. I wouldn't be surprised if they put up 50 points this week.
Hey, what? This can't be an underdog win for the Eagles, no? You don't think so?
Because Andy
There's no
Reid's
chance
coming
of
back
that?
to Philly if Andy's going to be coaching, and it's going to be a very emotional game for Andy. So 50 points.
Why you say if?
No,
Because he went to the hospital after the game last week.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
he's got to the hospital. I money lined the Chiefs on this. DeVore, just a better's, advice. If I can offer advice, the only problem I have with your pick is the fact that you picked the Chiefs to cover a spread. And if you actually follow the Kansas City Chiefs, I think the Chiefs the last 14 games are like 2-12 against the spread. They don't cover spreads, bro.
But it's 7.5
are.
though. We act like we talk about something that's in the double digits. It's 7.5 points. You can't beat the Eagles by 10.
And listen, bro, look, it sounds good, doesn't it? You see that 7, that number looks good. You're like, oh, okay, Kansas City should do that. And they don't do it. For some reason, they do not cover the spread. I do not understand it. Kansas City and Tampa do not cover spreads. They don't. They play down to the level of their opponents way too much.
I believe in Kansas City this week. Like I said, it's an emotional game. If Andy Reid is there, the Chiefs are hungry for a win. The last place in the AFC West. They need to make a statement. They're going to blow out the Eagles. This is no slight, G. I'm just telling the audience right now how I feel.
Listen, I already came into the season on the side. That's all. So I'm good. I'm good.
But yeah, I just had to make this point. No, like this has nothing to do with you. I'm looking at this. The Kansas City Chiefs, they lost
I believe
2
that.
back-to-back weeks. Tough losses at that. And they're playing in Philly. They're going to go out there and want to show out for Andy Reid.
I don't know if
Andy
they're
Reid
gonna
is
blow
sick
him out.
too. They're going to show
I
out
don't
for
know if they're
Andy
gonna blow
Reid
him
this
out.
game.
They ain't gonna blow him out. They're gonna win, but they ain't gonna blow him out.
It's
That's why I
in
think
Philly.
money line is safe. Money line is safe. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll see.
Showing Andy Reid's coming back to Philadelphia. He's sick.
I don't care about no
Chiefs. They're going to run through a wall for Andy Reid. But the Houston Texans at the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills are 16.5-point favorites. Me and Banks have been going back and forth about this over the last couple of days. I actually took the Buffalo Bills in the spread where I don't think the Texans are going to be able to cover that.
Man, that's too big of a damn spread, bro.
That's way
Sorry,
too big.
It always happens like that. Like when you expect teams to blow them out, they don't. Like I feel like Buffalo is gonna look at this number and say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna kill them," and then don't do it. And I think that we gotta listen. I felt it was almost disrespectful that they would favor the Texans by 16, but I understand why they did it because Houston has a very serious quarterback issue. If we base it off how that guy played last week, it's a very serious problem. So yeah, it does look like it can be covered, but that's a lot of points to cover, dog.
I would say they
feel
would
like the Texans
14.
defense is very prideful. Yeah, I would say if it was like 8, like
20.
a touchdown.
20.
Yeah, but
20.
16 and a half
You gotta
points,
give me
bro. Like,
20.
come
Give
on,
me
bro. Like,
give me 20
that's a
points.
college spread, bro. That's
I can see 2 pick sixes and then holding them scoreless for the rest of the game.
That's like Alabama playing against Central Michigan or some shit. Like
That's what it is for Houston, though. Like, come on, look at the elite caliber defense that the Buffalo Bills are producing right now. And then obviously it's a little suspect for Josh Allen not to turn the ball over, but I strongly believe in the Buffalo Bills. And I know this is tough for me to say because I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, but 16 and a half, I feel like it's possible for the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, so wait. So what's the over under on this one? Because I probably take the over. Wait, no.
I think that's probably why I didn't take it because
I'll take the under. I'll take the under.
48 points.
Yeah, I'll take the under on that one.
Listen, let me see what Odd Sharks is predicting. Odd Shark is predicting Buffalo to cover the spread. They're saying that the final score is going to be 33-9. So if it's like what you say, then you're safe. If it's like what they say, you're safe.
I'm in there. All right, next up, we have another division rivalry game. The Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are a 4.5-point favorite. How we feeling, Banks?
I take the upset on this one, but go ahead, man.
I mean, I think the opening line on this was 6. I think the Rams was favored by 6, and then that it slowly dropped a little bit. This is tough, man, because I had to use betting terminology. I had to use I can't just pick them because they're my favorite team. But I do feel like the Rams are going to cover that 4.5-point spread, and this game is going to go under that 55.
Really?
That's a lot of damn points. Yep, because I think the Rams defense is going to lock down Arizona. They're going to shut them down.
Damn, 54.5. Jesus.
55 points, bro. That's a lot of damn points. And both of these teams, for what it's worth, they play okay defense. The thing is, Arizona plays, they have one of the best passing defenses in the league so far this year, and so do the Rams. So the over on this, the only way I see this going over is if it's an overtime game. Like if it's going to overtime. Which means if it's going to overtime, we got a pretty high scoring game late. It's like 24-24 in overtime, which is that's 48 points. You know what I mean? And a touchdown wins it. You know, then it goes over. But nah, I'm going to take the Rams with the spread on this. 4.5 points is a safe bet for the Rams to take. That's basically beating them by a touchdown. So, yeah, I think the Rams can beat the Cardinals by a touchdown for sure.
Any thoughts about an upset? Cardinals.
I didn't touch it.
No,
and I know exactly what Banks is going to say.
I mean, it's possible. The Cardinals are good too.
I didn't touch it.
The Cardinals struggled against Jacksonville. Let's not forget that.
That's true.
So yeah,
we ain't Jacksonville.
This one's gonna be hard to call for me, so I didn't even touch it.
Yeah.
What about you, G? You any final thoughts?
I would take, honestly, I gotta look at the games and look at the spread and all that again. But I would take the upset, Cardinals over the Rams.
That's gonna be a good game to watch. Actually, I think I might have to check that one out.
I'll tell you, man, this division. I'm telling you, that division. Before we move on, that division is tough, man. Like every time you play a divisional opponent, it's going to be a tough game. All 4 teams can win the division if they wanted to. So we'll see.
Right.
And somebody's going to lose to somebody. But nobody's going to be 6-0 in this division. Nobody.
Right. So same division. The Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco is a 3-point favorite. I'm just going to go ahead and get this off my chest. I'm not touching the Seahawks probably for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, the Seahawks have let you down.
So, San Fran, I'm trying to think, did I play something on this game? I don't even think I even touched this game. For some reason, I didn't touch no NFC West game.
These divisional games, In the NFC West, they're hard to judge, man. Because like I said, they can beat anybody. Anybody can lose to anybody in that division.
Actually, I took the
dominant
over.
team.
I took
the
the
over?
over 52 points.
That's too much.
At the time, it was at 52. Yeah, the time is 52. Currently, right now, sitting at 52 and a half. So it's possible. What the Niners score in that Monday night game against the Sunday night game against the Packers?
Didn't they get 24? Something like that?
They won last week. They won 28-30.
28-30. So
The Niners lost, but they won. They scored 28. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the Seahawks now. Seahawks put up 17 points. Yeesh.
Yeah, Odd Shark is predicting this game to not even be close. They're saying that San Francisco is pretty much going to blow Seattle out. I don't see that happening, but
I don't see that
32
happening
to 13 is what they're predicting the score to be.
So they put up 30 points last week. They put up 28 points the week before that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the point. Or go with the 52. What was the spread? I mean the over and
52.
under. Yeah, 52. So yeah, I'm going with 52. I don't.
So
San Francisco's defense doesn't look. Yeah, I'm going with the over.
Man, that's tough, bro.
Yeah, I'm going with. I don't believe in San Francisco's defense, to be honest with you. Maybe it might be because of Aaron Rodgers, but I feel like Russell Wilson should be able to pull this one off.
So how would you go with the Monday night for the Seahawks? Oh no, you don't want to pick the Seahawks.
I don't want to pick the Seahawks.
I got San Francisco all over this game, though. I took San Francisco with the spread.
What would you like to know about the San Francisco?
All right, so we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos are a point favorite, and I money line the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, you learned your lesson about going against Lamar, huh? two weeks in a row.
I just wanted to win my money. I wasn't even expecting him to win last week.
It's a tough game, though, man. This is a tough game because we talking about Denver's defense coming in the house. I think this is going to be a very hard game for Lamar. Denver not playing with nobody, man. Especially defensively, they're not going to play with you.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, they're not going to play around. And Denver has another injury at receiver position with Hamler being out for the rest of the season. So that's one less guy that they have on the offensive side of the ball. Apparently, there's a few of the Baltimore Ravens key defensive players that are supposed to be returning. I'm gonna go ahead and bet on my boy Lamar, though. Even though it's gonna be hard, I'm gonna ride with my boy. I'll take Baltimore with. Actually, nah. I'm gonna use my right mind right now. No, it's gonna be hard for Lamar. No, it's every game has been hard for him so far. It's gonna be even harder this game. Give me Denver.
I could have sworn Chubb is hurt right now too, right?
I believe so.
So it's that secondary he's gonna have to deal with. I'm gonna make sure to set Hollywood Brown this week. He's in timeout for me.
I would take.
The injury reports haven't come out yet, but I believe so.
I'll take Denver on the money line.
Denver?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another division. AFC West is tough too. Like any team can win. You see the Chargers last week.
Yeah, Denver in first place. The Chargers, they lost one game, I think. Or are they still undefeated?
They should be undefeated. Though.
That Dallas lost one game.
That Dallas game lost to Dallas.
Oh,
Dallas. That's right. Dallas. Right.
That Dallas game was a joke. This is why I believe that Carolina is going to beat Dallas, because they had to rely on the refs that game. Nothing against Dallas, y'all. I mean, I'm rooting for Dak, but that they robbed the Chargers that game. That was just robbery.
All right, so we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Green Bay Packers. The Packers are a 7-point favorite.
Yep, and I like Green Bay to cover that.
Me too.
I like Green Bay to cover that money line.
Yep. I
You can
like
take
Green
the
Bay to
points, or
cover
you
that
can
too
take
as
the
well.
points or money line. I mean, I think Green Bay is getting better. After that week 1 embarrassment to the Saints, Green Bay has gotten better.
Definitely.
Did I not do this one?
I would also take the under on this because I don't think that the Steelers can score right now.
Why didn't I do this one?
Yeah, they have a lot of problems offensively.
Oh, I did.
They just gotta get
At
it
the
back
time,
up.
it was 6.5. So yeah, it did go up. So I guess we all in agreement. We go ahead and take the Packers.
Yep. The Packers and then the money, the under on that game as well. But go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So I'll probably, honestly, in my honest opinion, I feel like this is the game of the week right here. The Sunday night game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New England Patriots. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a 7-point favorite.
After the game against New Orleans, I think they exposed their defense a little bit, especially on the run. They're not as good as stopping the run as I thought the Patriots were. And if they come out and run the ball, the Buccaneers, it'll be easy for them. So, yeah, I think 7 is a good number. So, the Buccaneers, yeah.
Buccaneers, and I gave them the 6.5. I gave them the 7 points. Thanks. Banks?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah. Give me Tampa to cover the spread, which is I'm going against my rule that I just said about them and the Chiefs, but I just feel like the way that Tampa played last week against the Rams, they were embarrassed, and they got embarrassed. And what better game to play your best game of the year so far than against your former coach, who wanted you out of there, and your former players. Antonio Brown is supposed to be coming back this week, as well as Rob Gronkowski. I feel like Tampa is going to play a little bit motivated. They're also going to be led by Richard Sherman, possibly, who's going to be a defensive leader in that secondary, which is what I think Tampa has been lacking. Yeah, give me Tampa with the spread, bro. I like Tampa to cover that 7+ more. I feel like they're going to embarrass the Patriots.
I mean, if the Saints can score 28 on that defense, the Buccaneers definitely can score. So yeah, that's not a safe bet.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, we have the Monday night game, AFC West showdown between the Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Man, this is going to be a game. I'm telling you, the Raiders, they give up a lot of points, but
for some reason, every game they played so far has been like a down to the wire classic game. And the Chargers, man, Justin Herbert looks great. This division, this is one of my favorite. Both divisions on the West Coast, the NFC and the AFC, both divisions are just amazing. I would pick the Raiders upset. Actually, I know Justin Herbert's been playing well, but I just think the Raiders, they're a come from behind type of team. They end up winning at the end. I know I'm picking mostly with my heart. The safe bet would probably be the Chargers. I get it, but yeah, I'll go with the Raiders on this one.
I took the over. I believe at the time when I made this bet was 52.5 points. So yep, it still has 52.5. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the over.
That's a good bet too.
Yeah, I moneyline the Chargers in this one. I feel like the Raiders even though they've been a pretty impressive team, I feel like the luck's going to run out. They had a little bit of luck on their side a couple games. Even in the Dolphins game, they should have lost that game. The way that their defense played, they deserve to lose because their defense has played terrible in that fourth quarter. And we know, like you said, if the Dolphins can put up 28 points on you, I'm going to take Herbert. Monday night, everybody is crowning Justin Herbert. He's going to put on a performance. Give me the Chargers.
Okay.
All right. So
close game, like 24-21 or something like that. Close.
So you going under then?
Oh, definitely going under on that one. I don't think neither one of them are going to put up a lot of points.
They're going to put up a lot of points. Come on now,
They
Bank.
definitely
Derek
are.
Carr is averaging 300 yards a game right now.
You do know that the Chargers have one of the best, if not, well, I think one of the top 5 defenses in the league, right?
When you play against the divisional rival, all that goes out the window.
Listen, brother. The Chargers are only allowing 307 yards passing a game.
That's a lot of yards.
Yeah, but that's 4th. So imagine how much everybody else is allowing. That's 4th. That's 4th best in the league. The Raiders are number 1. They have the number 1 passing defense in the league. They're averaging 379 yards against the pass. So you got two defenses that are pretty much playing some lockdown coverage, which, like I said, with the way that the Raiders played in the 4th quarter against Jacoby Brissett, it just didn't make sense. Like it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense.
The Chargers held the Chiefs to only 24 points. 24 points for the Chiefs is low.
I'm going to be completely 100 with you. I feel like that was Patrick Mahomes' own damn fault.
Well, yeah, but then you also got to go with. I got to go with the better pass rushing team too. I got to go with my boy Joey Bosa, man. Not Joey, but Nick Bosa.
That's Joey.
Wait, Joey. I'm sorry, Joey. Yeah.
Are they related or no?
Of course, they're brothers.
Yeah, they're brothers.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. They're brothers.
All right, so like I said at the beginning of the show, the watch party game is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots game. That is the Sunday night football game. Outside of that, gentlemen, is there any final thoughts before we end up closing this thing out?
I just want to say that recently somebody I know passed away through gun violence. It's just something, that's said too many times. Just walk away, man. It's not worth to kill somebody or to hurt somebody or to get killed. It's just so much more peaceful just to just let it go, man. Like, just try to live your life as good as possible. Walk away from if you can avoid a situation, just avoid it. Forget about you being soft. It's about going home to your family. It's about having a continuous life, and it's not worth it, man. Like, just walk away. I just want people to just understand that. If somebody's not threatening your children, if you're not protecting your own life, if somebody's just talking, it's not worth to pull out your gun and shoot them. Like, just walk away. Just walk away. That's just my thing. That's it.
Thanks.
Man, I'm sorry for your loss, G. I had no idea that happened. I'm sorry about that, brother. Sorry for your loss. But yeah, I agree with you, man. Continue everybody to live life and be as happy as possible. I know I've been personally talking to a lot of people. I've been coming to everybody's therapist lately, which I don't have no problem with that or nothing. But, I know that there's a lot of people that I talk to are going through some real issues in their life and their relationships and marriages, at work and stuff like that. I just want to give everybody, some advice. It gets better at the end of the day. I mean, right now what you're going through is just a temporary moment in time. Don't hold yourself to it. Get through it and become a better person at the end of the day. So, but other than that, man, proud of my Rams. I got what's going on. Football's back. Home field advantage is back. It's good to hear people screaming and yelling and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm happy.
Also, before you go, Dor, NBA's slowly creeping in. I know we're all focused on football, but NBA preseason, a lot of stories about the NBA. I hope we get to cover that on Saturday. But yeah, go ahead, Devor. I'm sorry. I just wanted to put that out there.
I just wanted to reiterate what Banks said about sorry for your loss. Man, I always end up losing my train of thought when Banks ends up going before me. But again, this Sunday is going to be the watch party. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots. Tom Brady's return back to New England. It's going to be epic. Gives you guys an opportunity to sit in and have a conversation with us. It's going to be an open panel. So don't be shy when we end up having these watch parties. But this Saturday, be sure to tune in for the Saturday show, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, be sure to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube page and our Facebook page. Be sure to follow our Twitter page, our Instagram page, and our Facebook page. I believe we're on the brink of 500 followers. 500 likes on our Facebook page. Much appreciate those people that have followed the Not for Debate podcast on the Facebook page. But also we have the YouTube page, so be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page. But outside of that, man, be sure to go ahead and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Anchor, and all other major streaming platforms. We'll be back Saturday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. This is the Not for Debate podcast. We are up out of here, man.
Yo.